And welcome to the Zeus X Podcast, you guys. You're all live. Got my boy Black Spidey guy in the house.
Yo, what's up, man? What's up?
hit the wrong one there, but let's get it started. I think appreciate you guys for tuning in, taking the time. I got my boy Black Spidey guy in the house as well. Real quick announcements. Check out the merch at ZeusXPodcast.com. Again, check out the merch at ZeusXPodcast.com. You get a nice shirt like this as well as my hoodie as well. Also, if you would like to send any donations to Zeus X Unplugged via Cash App at $ZeusXunplugged. Again, any donations appreciated, goes towards the studio and upgrading equipment. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. We got a packed show today. We're gonna discuss teaching you guys game. The topic today is 6 signs a girl belongs to the streets. This is a episode that can definitely teach you guys some new game and how to learn how girls are, promiscuous. Because we live in a deregulated dating market today, right now, where women, the hypergamy is got women to where they want the best of the best. And since the advent of the internet and the smartphone, women, it has globalized the sexual dating market where it's crazy now, right? Women have higher standards than ever before. What's your take on things, Spidey guy?
So, I mean, I was actually watching a couple of videos on this. There was a couple of surveyors working on what's happened to the overall dating market. And they said a long time ago, before you had the internet, if you lived in Chicago, you only knew the women in Chicago. If you lived in New York City, you only knew the girls in New York City. So there was dating markets all over the country, isolated to their specific state. With the advent of the internet, the entire world becomes the market, and anyone from anywhere can participate. The issue with that is now it's not, now if you're a man, you're not just competing with somebody in Ohio, let's say. You're competing with a man who's 30 years old, maybe he's a millionaire in the United Kingdom, or you're maybe competing with an Asian guy from South Korea. Instead of the dating market being isolated to where you live, which makes sense, the whole world now is basically a bucket a girl can put her hand into and either get a bronze badge or a silver badge or a gold badge. So it's unfortunate.
Yeah, it is. I just feel like it's the dating market has now, because it's been globalized, it has ostracized a large portion of men today from the dating market, right? A large portion of men have been ostracized from the sexual dating marketplace. They're just not fitting in, right? A lot of these guys are not qualifying to these girls' standards because the standards are overly inflated.
Right.
And because their standards are inflated, women have higher standards than ever before, and it's overwhelming. A lot of women are out here, doing promiscuous things, running around. You can't tell because they're moving in silence, right? Because since the advent of the smartphone and globalization of it, women are able to be flown to Dubai, to New York, to Miami, to Greece, wherever, and you just won't know what she's been up to because she's able to do it outside of her city nowadays, right? Nowadays, before where a girl was a hoe, the whole city knew she was a 304. Now it's like points where now you don't really know unless you really just can look for certain signs, certain triggers to know whether she belongs to the streets or not.
Right.
That makes sense.
They're concealing their promiscuity to save their status, so that way they can change the narrative to whoever they meet. They can have their cake and eat it too, quote unquote.
Yeah, women are more promiscuous now than ever, right? They're trying to sell you guys purity and manipulating you off the basis of your stupidity. That's why they're able to sell you guys purity, right? They're banking on your stupidity, not knowing what's going on, your ignorance to female nature, in order to sell you that purity. And it's to use a game to understand female nature, to understand what these women are doing out here. That's why this episode is important. Without further ado, let's get into it, you guys. So the topic today is 6 reasons why girls, six signs she belongs to the streets. The first we're gonna get into is every weekend she's out clubbing / social at some certain social situations. For instance, she's on a yacht party, she's at certain music artists or athlete events, certain influence events. She's at certain clubs, certain parties all the time. I mean, every weekend she's always at a club or a party. Someone's inviting her out, right? That's a big indicator she belongs to the streets, because you don't want a girl who's always outside, who's in if she knows all these guys, 9 times out of 10, she's doing something in order to get invited to these situations, right? She's selling sex to some degree. Either she's selling herself, or because guys do not invite girls without the intention of trying to smash. But guys dealing with you, she's trying to smash you. So she's at these certain, so if she's at a yacht party, 9 times out of 10, she's for the streets. Your takes.
So anytime a girl is giving her energy into any kind of situation or person, right, there's an attraction. There is some kind of want. Girls are always looking for the next best thing. It goes right into their nature as far as trying to find a man that can provide for them. Right now, currently, you might be the man that is the best for the job, but she will always try to find that shining light at the end, especially if she's younger, right? Girls, when they're younger, they know that they're wanted. Instinctively, they know. So they're going to put themselves in places where they know they'll be selected by the top echelon of men. Which again, it goes right into the female nature handbook, which is find a man that has everything. Obviously, as they get older, they stop going out as much. They stop putting themselves in front of those people because they know they're not going to get that man's attention. There's a saying, an 18-year-old girl is always 18 years old, right? So there's always another woman that's younger than you. And unfortunately, for a lot of these girls, they don't realize this, at least. This delusion is deep. Beauty fades, and so too does the value of that beauty, and also your ability to get into the golden gates that is a rich man. But definitely a red flag if a girl is out all the time.
Yeah, for sure. If your girl's out, like I said, if your girl's out at parties, man, there's no if music artists are always biting her out, it's because she's known on the scene, right? She gets around, and you don't want your girl getting around, getting invited to parties with Future, 50 Cent. You just know she's definitely out here in these streets. And here's another honorable mention, right? If she's at like All-Star game, I remember 50 Cent posted a video. If your girl's at All-Star, she's no longer your girl, right? That was most recently, and that is true. Like if your girl's at All-Star weekend, she's no longer your girl, bro. She left there to look for other options, higher value options. Men,
she's gonna get drilled out.
Say it again.
She's gonna get drilled out by an NBA player, and then she's gonna brag about it.
Yeah, she's definitely getting drilled out. I mean, she's definitely getting drilled out. So I mean, I want you to go to the party, man. Just to be serious with you guys. And that was the honorable mention about going to All-Star games. Number 5, she highlights a luxurious lifestyle where she's always at expensive restaurants, on yachts, at expensive taking pictures in expensive cars, taking trips to Dubai, Greece. Tulum. If she's in Tulum, you already know your girl's a thotty out here. Yeah, I mean, like if it's a girl who doesn't work a normal regular job, but she's always out here in Dubai, how is she affording these trips? She's taking pictures alone because, and you'll notice it because she's always taking pictures alone. It's always eating at expensive restaurants. She ain't eating by herself, bro. Right. Girls do not have the proclivity to spend large amounts of money on private jets. They're not doing that. They don't have to impress the opposite gender to get the opposite gender's attention.
They're getting drilled out for these tickets.
Correct. If a girl's on a private jet, 9 times out of 10, she belongs to the streets, bro. If she's at Dubai, the pictures by herself, a dude flew her out there, right? It's a sponsorship situation, right? And these guys are not flying them out there just to have conversation. If a guy flies you out as a man, you well know he's trying to smash. What's your take about it?
My thing is I just want more men to be aware that even a regular girl to another man, is going to be something he might want to smash, and he's willing to fly out. There's a lot of reasons as to why even regular girls nowadays feel like they're like the most attractive woman on the planet, and that's because, again, if a rich man's just like, you know what, I want to have 15 women at this party, he'll get a promoter to find 15 women, and that could be your girl. To come out here and enjoy herself. We're going to give you this. We're going to give you that. And do you really think she's going to want to stay with your 9-to-5 ass? No, she's not. She's going to go on this plane. She's going to go meet this guy. She's going to get drilled out. And she's going to say, oh, it was a business meeting or some bullshit. And then you're going to be like, oh, okay, honey. Thank you so much for letting me know. Some bullshit. And then she's going to come back, vagina freshly railed out. And then she's probably pregnant, maybe. That motherfucker doesn't care. You're gonna bang her, and she's gonna say it's your kid.
Spuddy, I'll check your Instagram. I sent you something for a post. Check your Instagram. But yeah, so here's the thing, right? You don't want your girl. If you meet a girl and she's on yacht parties and stuff like that. Not to attend a guy invited her for sex. She's usually down with this, especially with her friends. I mean, literally, birds of a feather flock together. If your girl getting invited to yacht parties because she's with the party, with the games, man. So you want to assess these girls and know whether they're in the streets or not. And doing it, looking at her stories is a great indicator of doing it. Looking at her stories on Instagram, knowing a girl's social media account is the best way to see what she's doing in life, because she'll post all her business there. Like, she'll post all her negative business, her positive business, everything is there. Look at the stories, they're indicated seeing whether she's for the streets or not. And an honorable mention I would say is if she also knows a lot of celebrities. If your girl knows a lot of celebrities, right, and she's always in pictures with celebrities at certain social events, that's a great indicator as well that she's for the streets.
Oh yeah.
You don't want if she's bumping elbows with Meek Mill, 9 times out of 10, your girl worked at Starbucks was making Meek Mill, right? Like, she's not turning Meek Mill down, right? Or other guys in the exact same nature, of course. Thanks, buddy guy.
Nah, yeah, man. Definitely superstars, people with the ability to literally change her life in a night. Huge indicator of this girl is definitely going to be used multiple times, especially if she's got multiple famous people in her phone. I really don't understand why a dude would want to be with a girl who has showcased that she's been with somebody who can afford a better life than the life that you can afford, because she will always compare what these people can do to you, and you will always be seen as less than.
Yeah, she's always going to be compared. I mean, girls looking for the best of the best, right? Because of this, because they have so many options now than ever before, they're always looking for the best of the best. So women are opportunistic creatures. She's looking for the best opportunity she can get. This is why a lot of women end up flaking on you, because they're invited to better social situations. So if you're talking to a girl, you're trying to meet a girl, you see she's acting certain situations, you already know the type of girl you're dealing with. Why would you cuff a girl who's in the mix like this? I mean, she would never be able to pair bond with you if she's in scenarios like this right here, where she get invited, because girls are not able to socially regress, not able to regress socioeconomically. Once she's been yacht parties and to celebrity parties, she can't just easily deal with a regular dude, right? Her mind is not able to go backwards. She feels like I deserve better because I've dated better. Even though it's only sexual attention to her, it's relationship attention as well. She conflicts it too. So you just gotta know that dealing with girls.
She feels like her value's been elevated because a man with $1 million banged her out instead of a man that makes maybe $50,000 a year.
Correct. And because of that, it just has her mind just overwhelmed and inflated, right? Her ego becomes inflated, which is where she's not able to deal with you seriously. You may be able to bang her, weasel your way in, but you're gonna have a retention problem every single time. It's not worth the time, right? She should be recreation use only. Your girl is highlighting a luxurious lifestyle, moving around with just being around celebrities and all that stuff. It just doesn't work, bro. It just can't work. Give me 1 second, real quick. Shout out to Afi in the chat as well. What's going on, Afi? How you doing, man?
What's up, Afi?
Shout out to villains as well. 1 second.
Alpha Villains, what's up, bro?
Yeah, two really good dudes, man. Two really good dudes.
Yeah, Alpha Villains got me to be on DJ Epps' show, man. I still remember that. I appreciate you.
That was dope. Yeah. Most of my connections have been made through Afi, so I appreciate Afi, man. He's a great mentor.
Afi's the original, man.
Author, man. He had a really elite game, you guys. Check out his page also, man. International Afi. So now notifications. Her notifications are her notification on her phone. This is number 4, you guys. Her notifications on her phone are always going off, right? Like, it's always blamming. You always see her light flashing all the time. That is a great sign that she's for the streets, man. I mean, it just shows that she's an attention whore, right? There are a bunch of guys that she has categorized that she's developed some type of rapport with these guys that they keep blowing her phone up, right? Her phone's for her phone to blow it up. Someone's inviting her somewhere. She's meeting up with someone. There's some type of correspondence going on with these guys to where they're comfortable hitting her up at all times. If you're a girl, if you're on a date and you see her phone flashing over and over, boom, 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 or you see her phone is like face up, you can see the flashes coming in at, you know it's God trying to get her. But thanks, my God.
No, 100%. The cell phone is the sight into the soul. I know some people say if you look into her eyes, you know who she is. No, if you look into her phone, that's who she really is. Who we really are is in that phone. You know, that's why if I ever go on a date with a girl, I'm like, yo, give me your phone. I'm going to take your phone, I'm going to put it in my bag, and we just going to talk. That's what I do personally. But, you know, to each their own. But still, man, that phone is an eye into the light of the storm. And if you're in a relationship with a girl and she's never allowing you to look into that phone, It's a problem, bro. It's a problem. That phone is basically the other version of you. And I personally feel like if I'm in a relationship, I need to be able to access that cell phone at all times. Just like I wouldn't mind her accessing my phone. I'm like, give me that phone. I want to know who's in there.
Yeah, you gotta understand, guys. A girl's phone is like her diary nowadays. Like she writes down everything in that phone, even in her notes. All her business is in there. So when a girl is always on her phone, is always going off, it's because it's a lot of attention coming in, right? Women are feeding off that. Not just that attention. It's not her homegirls blowing her phone, but some guys blowing her phone, right? Inviting her somewhere, trying to spend time with her, trying to go on dates with her. It's typically that type of situation going on. So if you're with a girl and her phone's always blowing up every time you're around her, not that attention going to the streets, man. She's developed some type of rapport with these guys where they feel comfortable doing such a thing. And another honorable mention that goes along with that is her phone's always placed down on a date. That is a great honorable mention. I mean, if you see a girl all the time and she's always placing her phone down, so you don't see the information that's coming in, right? You don't see the guys blowing her phone up, who's blowing her phone up, or who's writing her, right? So 9 times out of 10, those girls whose phones are always blowing up, their phone is always placed down. Always in my anecdotal experience. But go ahead, Spider Guy.
No, 100%. I mean, again, like I said, you need to have access at all times to that cell phone. And if she feels uncomfortable with that, be like, look, man, I don't know how I feel about this relationship. Some people say it's insecurity. I don't give a fuck. We as men and women know that at the end of the day, who we really are is in that fucking cell phone. And just like if you put a security system on your house, I need to be able to put a security system on this relationship. If you really want me to be serious about it, that cell phone needs to be, that password needs to be mine, 100%. I don't give a fuck if it's face up, face down. If I grab that shit, I'm going to be able to access that shit.
No, for sure. Yeah, I wouldn't care. Again, you should have access to your girl. Again, you got to make sure if you're dealing with a girl, she has her phone. First of all, taking her on a date, her phone should be in her pocket, in her wallet, in her pocketbook. It should never be out at all times because you're on a date with her. She should be enjoying your time. So you shouldn't be seeing it. If you're seeing this, that just means she's getting hit up at all times. She can't even enjoy the date with you because guys are blowing her phone up, right? And she's probably wishing she was somewhere else. On top of that, you don't want to have her phone out because women tend to, if you're with a girl and she's and you're inviting her out to eat, but another guy's invited her to the yacht party after that, the chance of you closing at night is very slim because he just invited her to a yacht party. You done better, and now another dude's going to take out the yacht party and blow her cheeks out. So you don't want to be caught in that scenario, bro. That's like the worst situation to ever be placed in as a man. Knowing that you done fed her for her to go ahead and go sleep with another man that same exact night. And
that happens a lot, bro. That happens a lot.
Oh my God, that happens. Yo, I've had girls, literally, I'll give you an example, right? This is personal. I had a girl who I was smashing, right? Met her on one of my lives. And I was smashing and literally was on a date with the guy. Literally on a date. I knew she was on a date with the guy because she posted on stories.
Right.
Restaurant. And girls will go to restaurants by themselves, bro. Like, let's keep it about. Like, these girls are not going to restaurants by themselves. If she's at a restaurant taking pictures of the food and a plate, a dude is always there. I promise you, sponsoring that meal. She's not there by herself, eating by herself. Women are not doing that, especially at an expensive restaurant. She was at Felipe Child's, right? A very expensive restaurant in New York City. So if she's at that restaurant by herself in a picture, 9 times out of 10, a guy paid for that meal.
Oh,
so she
facts, man.
She leaves that to come to me, right? And I'm blowing her back out. Literally, she left the date with the guy to come let me smash.
It's hilarious. It's hilarious in a time where girls will say that they believe in equality and independence. It's amazing to me how they will still utilize a man for everything he's got. And what's really sad is a lot of men will allow this shit to occur. That's why I don't spend much money on it. If I do go on a date, I got a date this Wednesday. I'm not planning on spending anything really. I'm probably going to buy myself a Snapple. I might buy her a Snapple. But, a Snapple, whatever, is not a lot. Some dudes out here like, you got to spend $300 minimum. I'm like, that's stupid.
Bro, listen. Guys, you got to make sure those first dates are very low investment. This is sidetrack, but if you're doing first dates, the lowest investment as possible. You're getting to know her, see where her head is at, see if it works out, see if it makes sense. If she's not that way you can assess whether she's into you or not. You don't want to spend $500 on a date and the girl not even into you. This guy that took the girl I just mentioned just now took her to Philippe's. That's at least bare minimum a $300 date. He tried to come home and still smash me. That's the craziest part.
Leading with your wallet is the worst thing you could ever do.
Oh man, when you leave with your wallet, you're at the mercy of predatory women, you guys.
Yep, you are at the mercy.
For real. Again, like I said, man, if your girl, if phone's blowing up, man, you don't want her phone blowing up. It's just a bad situation, and it just spells something is off, right? You
it
guys?
Just screams for the streets every time that the notification goes off. For the streets, for the streets.
That's all you hear.
She belongs to the streets. She belongs to the streets.
Every time goes your head, realize she's for the streets. Don't ignore it, because these signs by themselves don't mean anything. When you put them together in perfect tandem, they all paint a picture of what's really going on, right? Tell a great story of what's really going on, right? Because by itself, her phone probably don't mean nothing. But you see, her phone's always going off. And if you go to what I mentioned earlier about how, highlighting a luxurious lifestyle, well, that all comes together into the story, right? When you put it all together. Or she's always at, certain social events, or always out clubbing. Put together, those all tell you she's definitely for the streets. You don't want a girl who's always out clubbing. You don't want a girl who's always highlighting. I think she's traveling. She's not paying for that stuff herself. Like, she's not paying. I'm telling you guys right now, these girls do not pay.
And let me just say this too on top of that. If she's not at least 25, she probably not really thinking about this shit being serious anyway. I'm gonna just say that. 25 and up, I've noticed just from me going on dates, they are way more like, okay, because they know time is up. They know time is running out. That's what it is. The pressure of the clock. If she's 21, I've talked to 21-year-olds, 20-year-olds, 19-year-olds. They don't give a fuck, bro. They could be like, "Oh, I'm sorry. We were gonna go on a date. I forgot." 26-year-old, I'm talking the girl I'm talking to right now. She's like, "Where we gonna meet? What time? What place?" I'm like, "Boom, boom, boom." She's like, "Okay, we meeting then." I'm like, "Damn, okay." All right.
Yeah.
Because he's 26. 26. She trying to get something because TikTok comes 30. 30's coming.
Yeah, that time is coming, man. And you don't want to be that guy setting that scenario, man. So like I say, you guys all the time, and just make sure that you're always paying attention to these girls' social media accounts. If you're dating them, is a great indicator on what type of woman you're dealing with.
Facts.
Women tend to tell the truth on social media than they do in real life a lot of the times.
Oh, yeah.
You'll get the true version of her on her account, not from what she's telling you. Because she's going to try to sell you purity, right? Men sell a lifestyle, women sell purity. And women are always going to try to lie to you and manipulate you into believing she's pure than she actually is.
They're the sellers of hope.
Yeah, sellers of hope. There you go. Sellers of hope. That's a great analogy for it. So, just quick recap real quick. You did 6 every if she's out every weekend clubbing or at certain social events, she's for the streets. 5, she highlights a luxurious lifestyle as well, and did honorable mentions as well about her. She goes to all-star games, knows a lot of celebrities or promoters. She her phone's always placed down as a great indicator. Another honorable mention is she has a cracked phone. Girls love their phones. So if her phone's cracked and she has not, replaced the phone, bought a new phone, or anything like that, it just goes to show you that she doesn't prioritize things in life, what's important to her in life, right? And if she doesn't prioritize that, how's she gonna prioritize you? Think about that, right? Because her phone is her diary, it's her everything. She uses it for business, for attention, for validation.
It shows also where she's willing to spend money at, like you said. I think my cell phone, my sneakers, and my jackets, I always make sure they're up to date because it gets cold as hell in New York City. I need to make sure my cell like I need a good cell phone. Right now I got the latest Samsung right now, the $1,700 freaking phone. And I got the best sneakers I can have because again, I'm walking all the time and I go to the gym. Those are my main investments, and also my gym shirts. And again, like you,
I meant to ask you, why you got a Samsung, not an iPhone?
Let me just say this, and I'm not gonna be on some conspiracy shit because I'm a tech guy and I read and I know people.
Yeah.
iPhone is purposely doing things on your phone. Not only are they stealing your data, but they're making your phone fill up its memory on purpose. So your phone breaks, you get a new phone. Mm-hmm. There's iPhone specific everything. If you break the code, you break the warranty. the software, the iOS system is not user friendly in the sense that if I'm someone who wants to download off-brand stuff, it's not going to work. It's very bougie technology, very specific. It's made to look nice, but break very quickly. I like technology that allows for me to do whatever the fuck I want with it. And that's why I stick with Samsung.
Yeah, I mean that makes sense. No, I was curious because you got to get the new Samsung phone. Most people get the new iPhone for the most part. So I was curious as to why you got away from it. But I guess it's more so just a thing of conspiracy type of thing for the most part.
No, that's not conspiracy. That's actually been proven. Like that stuff I said.
So there you go, guys. Something new right there for you to learn. If you got an iPhone, you probably want to get to a Samsung. What kind of Samsung you got?
I got the Fold, bro.
Oh, the Fold. So it folds or something?
It opens up into a tablet.
Ooh, okay. All right. I think I've even seen that one. I might have heard of it though.
Yeah, man. It's fast. It's got the best battery life.
Samsung typically has better cameras too. I'm not gonna lie. Listen, I always have better camera than an iPhone.
That's how I make all my videos, bro. That's how I make all my videos.
From the Samsung, right?
Yes.
Yes. It typically has way better camera than an iPhone almost all the time. For some reason, it's ahead in camera resolution. So now number 3, she works in the sex industry. Oh man, this is a great one right here. This is some real heat. If your girl is a stripper, bartender in a strip club, does OnlyFans, a P-star, prostitute, or any type of sexual work, right? Instagram model, etc., because that's also included. 9 times out of 10, she's for the streets. I mean, no, 10 times out of 10. 100%. I mean, these volatile backgrounds lead to very promiscuous behavior. They have certain mindsets that have just changed their mind about men. Women like this are not able to pair bond, right?
No.
They see men 9 times out of 10. To them, men are tricks, men are simps. They are accustomed to a certain lifestyle to where they're not able to date normal men. They're not able to date men who understand their value. They look for men who do not understand their value. Men who are simping, who are tricking, who are sending them bags and random amounts of money. That's what they look for. But go ahead, Black Spotty Guy. Give your take.
Yeah, I hate when girls equate love with money because when they get old, they can't find nobody because all the men that have money don't want to deal with them because they've gotten old. And then they go, well, I can't find no good man. All men are bad. It's like, no, you've equated love to money. So now a dude that comes your way that actually might want to give a fuck about you, you're going to throw him to the side because he don't make enough money. But then you're going to wait until you dead to find somebody that actually cares about you. And then on your deathbed, be like, damn, I should have had somebody. Yeah, it's too fucking late. You equated love to money. Now, I will say this. Obviously, we don't want to be poor. Obviously, we don't want to live in poverty and not be able to eat. But the fact that everybody wants to be rich, everybody wants to be wealthy, everybody wants this golden ticket. Got to understand that gold is valuable because not everybody has it. And you're not gonna get it on average. So a lot of people, you ask a girl right now on the street, she'll call herself above average and she'll be a 4. You ask every woman on the street, she'll say she's above average. And it's like if everybody's above average, then nobody's above average. That's how that works, right? It's the law of averages. So it's very unfortunate that a lot of these girls feel like, you know what, I sell my body for money, and I want to be in a relationship that's built upon traditional values and gender roles. It's the greatest joke ever told.
Yeah, I mean, if your girl's involved in these industries, man, I mean, it's just not.
She's not even your girl at that point.
Yeah, if you're talking to a girl and you even see she's a bartender, there's no. Can you convert a hoe into a housewife? For sure, but it's not optimal. Right? Because it's possible doesn't mean it's probable, right? Dating one of these girls, you gotta have an ironclad frame. Like your game gotta be elite. And you gotta basically train the bad habits out of these girls to where it's just not worth it. Which is
so tiring and just not worth it at all.
The process and the vetting process and you need to have an extensive vetting process. What you're gonna go through just to get this girl in line. Where she may still not be able to pair bond into, more than likely, because the studies show. But if you still choose the woman, it's going to be a hell, right? It's going to be an uphill battle. That's not worth it. There are women who don't have these backgrounds, who are not a P-star, who are not an OnlyFans girl, who are not. If your girl is like credit, right? It's the reason why banks don't want to, give somebody who if if you've had your car repossessed, the chance of you getting a car loan is very slim to none. And that's why
history matters.
History matters. Girls' past is a great indicator on the future you're going to have with her. If she's had one of these volatile pasts or she's early in these situations, it's not going to work out for you as a man, right? And not only that, it's going to be very taxing. These women right here, they're used to accustomed to a certain lifestyle. It's going to cost you just to keep her around. It's not worth it, bro. You're better off smashing and passing. But these girls are recreationally only. I'm not saying don't date them, don't have fun with them, don't use them. But they are nothing more than sex only. Keep them in the sex zone only category. Because I promise you, she got you in the Uber category. She got you in the food category. These women know how to categorize men, just like how we categorize women. These women are like, they're moving like dudes out here, bro.
Oh, yeah.
They are moving just like us. They are as promiscuous as ever before. But yeah, go ahead, Black Spider guy.
Now, girls always had access to more bodies than men do. It's just now in the modern day, they're able to utilize it without the shaming of society. That's why shame is so important. But, you know, girls will tell a guy all the time that my past doesn't matter, but that's stupid, because if that was the case, then a resume wouldn't matter, right? It's just a hilarious, hypocritical statement that's made. It's like, if you want to get a car, you would want to know the previous users of that used car. You would want to know if that car was waterlogged, because if it's waterlogged, the engine might not start. You want to know, okay, where was this made? Because the parts made in Japan might be better than the parts made in China, right? History matters. Just like a dog, for example. Well, I want a dog that wasn't with a bad owner, because if it was with a bad owner and I bring this dog into my house, it's going to be not as sociable because it was trained to be hit, to be beat, and to be hurt. So trauma and all those things affect how something then acts in the future. And, again, girls are only saying, don't worry about my past because they know it disqualifies them. Right? Girls will always try to prop up disqualifiers because they want men to give them a chance. So, for example, a girl will say, well, I'm a single mom, and men should date single moms. The only reason you're saying that is because you're a single mom. Or girls will say, well, I'm missing an arm, but if you won't date me, then you're phobic of the disabled, right? Or they'll say, oh, you don't like me because my hair isn't real. Oh, you're racist. Things like that. They'll make up things, even though you have a standard. They'll shame you out of your standard so that they have a chance to use you. And it's a very interesting anomaly that occurs. I remember one girl was like, you only like girls that are short, big titties? I said, yeah, that's what I'm attracted to. She's like, oh, well, you just can't handle a woman with a big ass. I'm like, that statement doesn't make any sense. I just told you what I don't like. And it took them a minute to process that, because they're just so used to being able to manipulate weak-minded men that fall for that shaming tactic.
And that's the whole thing. A female's game is female game is manipulation. Their whole game is manipulation. Their whole game is manipulating you, leveraging sex for some sort of compliance, right? They want something out of you, and they do sex knowing that. That's how they're able to get around, get over, get access to certain opportunities and certain events, get invited to all these luxurious things that they get invited to, whether it's Dubai, jets, private jet. It's because they're leveraging sex. Female game is predicated on leveraging sex. That's why I tell you guys to have an abundance mindset, right? And not operate from a scarcity mindset. When you have an abundance mindset, you don't care whether she plays games with you. You don't care if she cancels seeing you to go on a yacht with P. Diddy. You can care less because you have other women in line anyway, right? When you have other women in line, also it makes you look more attractive because you're less thirsty for her. A lot of you guys are thirsty because you're operating from a scarcity mindset. You're dating these women, dating one at a time. And when you date one at a time, if she doesn't come through, you start feeling a certain way. You start feeling rejected. Or you start feeling down because you didn't want.
Your anxiety starts coming up.
Huh?
Your anxiety starts raising up and shit.
Correct. Your anxiety goes up. Correct. So like, as opposed to if you have many women, you don't care if they kill. Like, I'll give you an example, guys. Last night, right? I had 2 girls, right, that come through playing games, all kind of stuff, right? One was supposed to come through, she flaked. Another one flaked. Hit up one last minute, pulled up first night hit. Like, literally that easy. And that's what I tell you guys, bro, to always be sourcing women right into your funnel. You should always be sourcing women into your funnel at all times, man. When you keep sourcing, I don't care if you have a girl that you really like. no matter what, do not stop. You ain't got to necessarily even enact upon these options, but keep sourcing them. Because this option I had, the last one I had, I wasn't really enacting upon her. Like I had her on a back burner, right? I didn't, because I just started talking to her. I didn't really know where it was going to go. I didn't really start a real conversation with me, honestly. It was mostly just introduction. But because I had already sorted into my funnel, it was a good lead, and I hit up, and then I got lucky to where it's like, you know, just pulled up. That's what I tell you guys. Always have an abundance mindset. Always be dealing with more than one woman at a time, because you know it's a numbers game. And these women will play games. They'll tell you, like I had a girl who I've smashed already, right? And she's telling me, I want to go on a date, but she didn't qualify for a date because one, my brother smashed her. Ironically, my younger brother smashed her. That's number one. Number two, I don't know why she think I was going to take her serious with that. Number two, she's not just not date worthy. She just wasn't that girl. But she didn't take her on a date. So I told her, like, no. Plus, she's also very like aggressive. Like she's very masculine. The girls in New York, bro, are super masculine. Like these girls are ridiculously masculine. Like I mean, incredibly masculine. So dealing with these girls, you gotta know, all right, recreation use only. For me, when I deal with a masculine girl, that's my number one. Turn off. Number one turn off of a masculine woman. The moment I see that, you're not even gonna get a date out of me. Like you're done. You're done in all ways, shape, or form. So, because I already know what comes behind that. I already know the level of, you know what I'm saying? I don't deal with it. So
it's a fight.
I'll smash you, but you're not getting any more than that. But she wanted more than that. So, you know, she started leveraging, I ain't coming through. I literally pulled another girl over. Right? I don't play these type of games with that. I literally I'll set up a date where a girl can meet me, and I have 3 other girls that exact same day. Like, it's never one plan. Like I always have multiple plans in place just in case. But yeah, that's just my scenario. You got anything more for this topic, or are you done?
No, I'm done with that.
Number 2, you guys, counting down. Number 2. She asks for cash, or she asks you to take her shopping just to hang out with her. That is a big one. That is a big one. You want to go first, buddy guy?
Yeah, if a girl is putting a number on her body, basically a number on her attention and time, she's saying she's more valuable than you. That's one. And number 2, it's also saying that she can be bought. Why would you want to be with somebody that at any moment can be bought? So let's say you marry this chick. She's your wife. But here comes another dude that's like, yo, I'll bang you out. I'll give you $20K right now. And she'll let him do that because she's someone that can be bought. You don't want somebody that will trade morals for money. That's just a big ass no. You want somebody whose morals are stronger than money. That's why, again, when a girl tells me I need a man that, as soon as I hear I need a man that makes, I'm immediately either blocking you, I'm not talking to you no more. I'm not gonna even respond. You're not even gonna get any of my energy at that point, because you're telling me you're basically a bag of groceries that I can go to the discount store and buy. You're saying you're an item to be used. That means other men have used you. And that, you know, and again, your past creates your future. Like we talked about earlier, the whole ability to pair bond, that shit's probably burnt the fuck out. Because again, you're somebody that can just be easily bought. Just give me $30. Just give me 20, just like a homeless person, right? I'll give you $30 if you just do a little dance on the floor like a monkey, right? That just speaks to you as a person at your core. And I don't need you having the title of my woman when you're someone who can be bought for a bag of Cheerios and Skittles.
Black Spotty guy, post that thumbnail I just sent you to Instagram. We post that right now.
I can't utilize IG when I'm on this.
Oh, it'll bring you out. Most part.
Yeah, it'll cut me out.
No, it'll cut you up. You can come back in. So like if you go right now, like you go on your phone and like swipe up, you can get back in.
Okay, hold on. Let me see.
Back in. And use that link I sent you as well. I think he's coming back, you guys. But yeah, so you know, girls that take, you know, the girls ask you, the girl, listen,
hold on,
has the audacity, huh? Did he come back? If a girl has the audacity to ask you to compensate her or pay her for her time, bro, like that is a woman you do not want to be around whatsoever. Like what that just tells you she sees you as a wallet. She doesn't respect you, right? When women tell you you gotta, because I promise you, the guy she respects ain't paying her for her time. When a woman tells you I pay her for her time, she doesn't respect you, bro. She sees you as a wallet and nothing more. Women like this, recreation use only. That means she automatically,
she belongs to the street.
Like, don't take her serious. Don't waste your time with her. It's literally like it's not even worth the.
All right. Hold on.
Did it?
Okay.
All right. So yeah, I was saying, if a girl has the audacity to make you pay her for her time, or could that just tell you she's accustomed to a certain lifestyle? She's accustomed to simp behavior, tricking to where she's not able to, like I said earlier to you guys, when a woman's accustomed to tricking and simping, she's not able to socially progress, right? At least until that attention from men starts to slow down, especially the type of men she's chasing. So while she's in her prime years, like Black Spidey guy said earlier, she wants to have fun. Her whole mindset is fun. It shouldn't be fun, but that's the word we're living with today. But girls think it's fun. These should be years when she takes herself seriously, when she's looking for a husband first or anything else. Then she can go and do what she got to do. But the problem is women right now are feeling like I'm 18, I'm 19, I'm 20 years old. Let's have fun. Go through my whole phase and fuck on a bunch of guys. And that all that does is devalue yourself as a woman. They don't realize this. But when a girl is asking you to, send her money for a babysitter or send her a cash check to chill with her, spend time with her, or buy her a Louis bag, bro, get away from that girl. I'm telling you right now, if you have certain type of game to be able to finesse it, because me personally, I deal with girls like that. I'm able to flip it to where, because I go into it already knowing she's a predator, right? I already know she's a predator. So now I know her game. I know her game is full on manipulation. I'm ready to see. I go into it with an abundant mindset. So let's say it doesn't work out. I don't care, because I have another person on standby to replace her at any moment. My whole game is to have sex with her. So if I go into this girl and she's asking me to send her cash with money, I'm not saying no money, no cash yet. I'm gonna try to smash. You can't smash, leave her alone, right? Like Frank said, block her, move on to another girl. But for me, I give you an example. I had smashed not too long ago a chick, a nurse chick, right?
Right.
And the next day, literally the next day, can you catch money for food? I'm like, what? I'm not sending you no money. Do I like a cent to you? What you mean? Or I just send you money. You only ask me this because we had sex.
Right.
Women will try to, and then they get mad when you call them prostitutes or call them a hoe. Like, right? Like, why are you asking for money for sex? Like
don't make no sense.
Like, you're just trying to get compensated because you had sex with me. Like, women treat sex like a value-loaded exchange. They want something in exchange for it, even though it's an equal value exchange. Like, my penis went inside your box. There's no, that's it.
Right.
Like, you're
I gave you me, you gave me you. That's it.
Unless you're giving a man top, is the only way he comes out on top. Like, if you're giving me a head and there's nothing else in exchange, then maybe you can ask for something to eat. But if I gave you something back, you don't qualify for anything extra because I gave you what you wanted. Right? Like, go ahead, Black Spotty guy.
No, 100%. I mean, it's just funny when girls tell me that, oh, I gave you the P. Sorry, I gave you the V, so give me the P plus I need money. It's like, okay, so then I should get V, and then I also should get money too, if that's the case. If you're saying that me banging you out, which by the way, most girls just kind of lay there, I'm making you feel good, and then in turn I feel good. That in itself is enough. That is the payment. But a lot of girls nowadays are told that their V is some kind of magical item, and they consider D to be worthless. But at the same time, it's only worth something if it comes loaded with money, which, by the way, again, speaks to how they view men and our value overall. And I really can't stress enough, if somebody wants to equate your body exchange with money as well, that's just not a person you want to be with.
Yeah, man. Again, for her to have audacity, that just tells you, like I said earlier, she's accustomed to that. That means she can't date a regular guy. Like, for her to even see a guy of value, he has to pay her first, which means she's already feeling like she's superior to you. She's coming into it thinking she's superior to you, which is why you're paying her for her time, right? That alone is a bad precedent to set, because guess what? She's going to continue to ask for more things to chill with her. For you to get, if you pay it at one time, it doesn't stop. She sees it as, okay, every time he wants to see me, he got to pay to see me. She's not giving you the best, bro. It's not worth the energy. Literally, if your game is not elite, dealing with women like this, just move on, bro. Especially if you got money, you shouldn't even touch women like this, because if you got money and you don't have game and you're not used to dealing with certain types of women, that's why I tell you guys, you got to get your experiences of you guys. Start dealing with multitudes of women. I know girls will tell you, I don't want a man whore. Listen, men are whore makers. If you got to start dealing with multiple women that you get used to how to understand how women finesse you, how women are trying to get over on you, so you know how to romance them, how to spit game to them, how to tolerate them, how to deal with female fuckery. Because female fuckery is prevalent nowadays. And women will try to fuck you over as much as they can, whenever they can, if they see your ignorance to them. If you can't tell her if you buy into this purity she's trying to sell you, which is probably 9 times out of 10, ain't there, then she's able to finesse you. A lot of you guys are getting finessed by these girls because we have money and it's coming in so easy for you. You're spending it on her very easily. She'll tell you, I just need a babysitter. Once you pay for that babysitter, guess what? Every time you see, you got to pay for a new babysitter now. And that money, I promise.
Instead of president.
They got their mother and father doing it for them for free. But you're paying her $300 to go babysit your kids, or $400, whatever you guys are paying these girls, right? Or sending her cash app. Why would you send a girl a cash app of money before you link her? Why would you buy her a bag or pay for her nails for a date? Like, really think about this, you guys. Why would you pay for a girl's nails to go on a date with you? Like, she has no. And the dude she's really into, he ain't paying for half of that stuff. The dude she respects ain't doing that. That's the irony of it. Right? You guys gotta start making better decisions, man. Stop this. We live in a world where the simp culture is prevalent, right? The simp culture is respected, is being praised, is being pushed on us. You guys gotta stop.
Be a slave. Be a slave is being pushed on men, pretty much.
Say that again.
Now I'm saying be a slave. They're basically saying, hey, it's okay to be a slave and get nothing in return. Do that.
Correct. A lot of you guys are giving you these girls all these things and you get nothing in return. Nothing. And even a box. A lot of these girls are starfishing. A lot of these girls' box ain't even worth the money. Like, there's no box worth for you sending her cash. I don't care if it's $40. You don't want to get yourself in the habit of, because you go down that rabbit hole, it's hard to get out that rabbit hole. You don't want to go down that rabbit hole except because then you start seeing it's okay. No matter how small that debt amount. You should not be giving girl. I don't care if a girl asks for $20, bro. I still would tell her no. It could be $5. It's still no. I tell girls up front, I do not send money to girls. I don't send you cash. I don't send you money. I don't send you crypto. I don't send you anything. If I take you out, my own cash. If I take you out, it's me taking you out myself. I'm not sending you money for any other reason. Like, I don't send girls cash whatsoever.
That's good. That's good. That's how you got to keep it.
Facts, man. So now, quick recap. First we did 6. Every weekend she's out clubbing or at certain social situations, right? As you know, you guys, she's out on parties, yacht parties. She's being invited by music artists, athletes, influencers to certain private events. She's at clubs and strip parties. You know, she's around certain promoters and all that stuff. We did also an honorable mention of her knowing promoters and celebs, as well as her going to all-star games.
Right.
Number 5, we did a luxurious life. She highlights a luxurious lifestyle. She's on, she's on yachts. She's eating at expensive restaurants. She's taking pictures in exotic cars. She's, taking trips to Dubai, Greece, Tulum, all these exotic places that she's taking pictures by herself when she's not alone, because ain't no girl in Tulum by herself. Ain't no girl in the by herself. So that's what I tell you guys. A dude is sponsoring that situation. Number 4, her notifications on her phone are always going off and blowing up. We did another honorable mention about her phone being placed down and a cracked phone. And number 3, she works in the sex industry, right? She's working in the sex industry, which is a stripper, a bartender in a strip club, a P-star, an OnlyFans girl, a prostitute, an Instagram model. And she asked for cash. She asked for cash or gifts or any type of compensation for you to spend time with her. And number 1, she's single for a long period of time or always in and out of rotations. In and out of relationships. Then this is a big one. But before we get into this one, I want to get into one more real quickly. She's celibate, right? Past the age of 30. The woman is celibate. This is an honorable mention, right? And this is a great man, dedicated man too, right? The woman is celibate past the age of 30. It means she's trying to rebrand herself, right? Because she wasn't celibate in her prime years. When she was 18 and 19 and 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, her great years, she was throwing that box away, she was giving that box away, right? Every time that came her way, she was giving that box away. But now she's 30 years old. She's ready to get a minute. No one wants to commit to her. She wants to lock some sucker down, and now that she's ready, now that she doesn't.
But she giving somebody else for free.
Say it again.
But she wants to lock down something that was given to multiple people for free.
Correct. And you don't want to deal with a girl like that, right? Bro, that's a clear indicator. When a girl tells you I'm celibate and she's past the age 30, probably 9 out of 10 is because a bunch of men have snatched from her and none of them are willing to commit to her. So now she's trying to go rebranding strategy now to where now you can't have sex. You gotta take me out on dates and you gotta make me buy the car for full price, even though I've been allowed everybody touch driving for free. That's what she's basically doing. And you don't want to be in that scenario, like I'm telling you guys, because it's never worth it. It's never worth it. Like no box ever worth it, you guys. I'm telling you right now, move on. She only this rebranding strategy only works on suckers and simps. Like guys who understand their value are not stepping
Nice
around.
guys waiting at the very end.
Yeah, bro, she's not a virgin. Why is she's not a virgin? She should have been celibate when she was in her prime years. She wouldn't be in this mess. She's trying to be celibate now when she's 30 in her 40s. Like, nah, bro, it's over. Like, don't play that game, bro. Move on. The moment a girl tells me she's celibate, I move on immediately. I already know it's move on time. Now, there's some girls you can convert. There's some girls you can convert. If that game is airtight and you know what you're doing, you can possibly convert. You'll know if you can convert it. That's why I say your game got to be tailored to you. Because you know certain responses to how she moves, if it's worthy of converting. I had a girl who I converted who was celibate for a few years. And I converted her when she just, changed her mind. Right now, she could have been lying. Who knows? I don't care. But I knew from my game that I was able to convert it. Now, a lot of girls lie about the celibacy thing too. Don't get it twisted. Another thing too, right? They'll say celibate and really, bro. Like,
no, 100% they can saying that stuff.
Yeah, go ahead, Black Spotty guy.
No, I'm just saying a lot of girls will utilize that whole innocence, that whole celibate, I'm a reborn again Christian shit, to rebrand their hope. Again, girls are hope sellers of hope and innocence. So if they can kind of regain some of that they lost when they were being banged out by multiple dudes, they will, especially if you're a guy who believes in that traditionalism shit and doesn't actually know about female nature.
Yeah, man.
You will fall for the trap.
Guy who believes in like I've had a few people, especially on your lives, on your Instagram lives, my guy, who believe in idealistic love and just women are sugar, spice, and everything nice, right? Right. And it's just like, especially the older men on your platform, right? They come from a different time where women were different and men were different, but we live in a time right now where women are just completely different, bro. Like women tell you it ain't because she's just like, and they'll always try to push the narrative of being religious, right? I'm Christian now, like no, bro. Like where was all this when you were in your prime? Before you had 2 kids. Like I tell them all the time, I talk to them even when I coach them or when I'm talking to them in lives. If you're not celibate when your prime is, you cannot push being celibate now. No man of value is gonna respect it. No man is gonna respect it. Like, bro, there's no way as a man, a girl's telling you I'm celibate after she's been through a bunch of men. I know girls who are literally prostitutes talk about being celibate now. I'm like, what?
Yeah, it's stupid, bro. I mean, Mia Khalifa is a great example of that.
Correct. There you go. See, it's like, bro, like it just makes no sense to me how girls think. And it's like, here's the problem. They want what they want for themselves, right? Because they're saying they're celibate, and you can. I had another girl tell me recently, right? I had snatched them before. I'm celibate now. I'm gonna be celibate. Ain't nobody getting this box. I'm on dating. Dating benefits you. So you mean the guy taking you on dates to not smash a girl who has kids by other men because she had kids by other men, and she's also been giving the box away. Like, make it make sense, right? And you never. I promise you never hear a young girl saying this. You never hear a young girl being celibate, holding out because they're having fun. They're going through their whole thing.
Between the age of 20, 25 and up, that's when that shit starts changing.
Correct. And that's because, like you said earlier, Black Spotty guy, they realize that time clock is ticking. It's ticking now. Outside of being whored out, I need to find me a husband now. And what better way to do that than rebranding myself? A whole rebrand. The problem is only suckers go for this rebrand, man.
And they settle for that dude 10 times out of 10 when they get married.
Bro, a girl tell you I'm celibate and she's over 30 years old,
she belongs to the streets.
Guaranteed.
Facts.
I kid you not, you guys. And number 1, finally, she's single a long period of time and always in and out of relationships. If a woman is single for a long period of time, it's a clear red flag that she's not able to get along with men. She has an issue submitting to masculine energy. She, she can't keep a man. She's always men are in and out of her life. There's always a rotation going on, probably to some degree. Maybe she has a crazy lifestyle. She's probably dealing with a man who just won't, because most times out of 10 women who's single is probably still smashing other men, right? There's other men on the side. You're just the one who's not smashing, but that man smashing her, it's the reason why he hasn't committed to her, right? He's seen that for some reason or another, she's not worthy of commitment. So why would you come along and commit to this woman, right? That's a great indicator. I see women who's single, especially if she's over 30 years old. I already know she has bad habits that are not the long-term commitment between men and women, right? She probably either disrespectful, loud, obnoxious. Something is wrong with her for her to not have a man, right? Especially at the age of 30. If you ain't got a husband by that time or 35, something is always wrong with that guy. I kid you not, you guys. But go ahead, Black Spotty.
No, 100%, man. Definitely a lot of girls nowadays, especially they say they're single, but they're banging out. They're getting banged down by multiple men while they're quote unquote single, not willing to commit because they've got this masculinity built into their souls. It's very unfortunate But again, I met girls that'll say that I've never had a boyfriend before, but they've been banged out 100 times. So again, it's this trade-off where we're turning ourselves into, sexual tools to be exploited, but then complaining about why men are so bad and stupid and don't know what they want. And this is what happens when you think that you as a girl can be a guy in a sense. Dudes are not going to treat you like a person per se if you want to just sell yourself like some item to be used. And it's unfortunate a lot of girls again will be like, I'm single, I don't have nobody, and they'll do that for years. They'll just be going from house to house, from D to D to D to D to D, but never be claimed by anybody, and a great indicator of value is somebody wanting to claim. And if no one wants to claim you but wants to bang you, hey, that's what your value is. And it's unfortunate a lot of people don't realize that.
Correct. Yeah. Again, if somebody's not claiming you, and when I see a girl, right, I meet a girl and she's telling me, let's say she's 33 and she's single, right, and she's a dating market. I already know before. And this is how you're able to. This is why I tell you guys the vetting process is crucial, man. Like certain things a woman tell you just tells you a great telltale of what you're dealing with, right? When a girl tells me, I've been single for a long time, I think automatically 3 or 4, right? Something is wrong with her. She has bad habits. And then let's say she's 20 years old, that's different. She shouldn't be, but 35, 32, 33, bro, I'm telling you right now, she has bad habits. She doesn't easily, that tells you that she's become accustomed to not dealing with the man long term. She's become accustomed to not having a boyfriend in her life. She's become accustomed to not having standards and boundaries she has to meet. She's become accustomed to moving as a man on her own. Because when a woman is single for a long period of time, she becomes masculine innately, right? She's doing because she's going to do adversities in her life. Because a man's not in her life, she got to deal with them by herself, and that creates a masculine energy inside of a woman. Now you're dealing with a woman who's masculine as hell, who's not had a man she had to submit to in any type of time, any type of shape or form. She's not submitted to any type of masculine energy. She moves on her own accord. She does what she wants when she wants. When a woman is single, she moves like a single woman. She's promiscuous. Situations that makes her puts her in a bad light. She doesn't care. She does things that just devalues herself. She's thirst trapping. She's looking for attention, validation, heavily because she's single, right? So it's a bad scenario for you as a man to deal with women like that. Women like that are just recreational use only, bro. I'm telling you right now, man. It's not
Facts.
Now, is it exception to the rule? Of course, it's exception to the rule. It's never just absolute. But again, like I said before, you guys, when I first started this, it got to work. You got to put a bunch of things together and see where it makes sense at, right? If all these has 3 or 4 of these things on these lists, 9 out of 10, she's for the streets, right? If she's her being single alone is not it by itself. It's not a great telltale. But if she's single, her phone's cracked. She's always always on private jets and exotic cars. She ain't paying for those cars, bro. Women are not buying Lamborghinis and Rolls Royces. Like, how many women you see really buying Rolls Royces and Lamborghinis? Dudes are doing that, right? Dudes have to attract the opposite gender, not women. They don't gotta do that. So they do it. If you see her doing that, you know something's wrong. If you see her, single for a long period of time or always in and out of relationships, something is wrong. Why does a man not want to retain her long term? That's just a great sign that she belongs to the streets. Men are getting tired of her easier. I don't care if she's leaving the man. It just tells you, let's say she's leaving the man. That tells you she's not able to peer bond, which is even a bigger red flag from dealing with that woman. Because she can't peer bond, why are you dealing with her? Right? And another extra honorable mention. And this is anecdotal, but if she has kids by other men, 9 out of 10, it's a red flag because it shows you that she makes poor decisions in life. It shows you because not only it tells you that she's not able to peer bond. She had children with a man who's worthy enough to give her womb to, which is her most precious commodity, but she chose to also leave that man now. So women like that, you probably don't want to deal with a lot of times. Especially if it's more than one child, it just tells you that it's not for you, bro. Like, it's just not for you, man. You want a woman you don't want any woman who's gonna bring extra complications to your life, right? Who's gonna complicate your form. These women that have these type of past, and that's why I tell you guys, a woman's past absolutely matters. Don't let girls shame you, guilt trip you, call you insecure, any of that nonsense, bro. A woman's past absolutely matters because it tells you what you're dealing with in the future. It tells you who you're about to get yourself involved with. It tells you what to expect, what not to expect, what her limitations are, what her limitations aren't, etc. You guys gotta start vetting these women very carefully. Look into their past, look into their social media accounts, look into how they're moving, who they're around, who they socialize with. If she socializes with hoes, guess what? She's a hoe. Don't think anything. I'm telling you right now, birds of a feather do flock together. Yeah, Black Spider Guy.
Not 100%. Who you hang around with definitely influences what you're going to be and where you're going to go in life. And girls are definitely not an exception when it comes to that. They're more of the rule. Girls are more prone to following what other girls do. So definitely, if she's willing to hang out with girls that are very promiscuous, cheat on their man, and so on, she's definitely going to incorporate a lot of that behavior into herself, or take advice with the issues that are going on in your relationship from those women. So definitely. Watch out who she hangs out with.
Definitely, man. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. So just to highlight again real quick before we end this in the stream. 6 was every week she's out clubbing or at certain social situations. 5 was she highlights a luxurious lifestyle. 4 was notifications on her phone are always buzzing and going off. 3 is she works in the sex industry and or clubs. 2, she asks for cash, or asks you to take her shopping on the first for you to spend time with her. And number 1, she's single a long period of time / always in and out of relationships. And honorable mentions are she goes to all-star games, knows a lot of celebrities or promoters. Her phone's always plays down, a crack phone, and she's celibate past the age of 30. So you guys think tuning in. Send your guys comments and let me know below how you think about the stream. What else you guys want to hear us? You guys want to hear us talk about? I appreciate you guys tuning in. Go ahead, Black Spider Guy.
No, man, you said it all, bro. Guys, don't forget to follow us on IG and on all other platforms.
Correct. Black Spider Guy's Instagram and TikTok information is in the description as well below, as well as mine. Shoot me a DM, you guys, if you're looking for coaching, or shoot me an email at ZeusXunplugged@gmail.com. Again, ZeusXunplugged@gmail.com. Shoot me a DM at ZeusXunplugged, which is on top of the screen as well as in the description. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Peace.